Hey, what's up, guys? My name's April, and welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Crazy. I am your crazy for today, and let's get right into it. First of all, I want to let you guys know what my channel is about. It's about true crime, anything strange, dark, interesting, mysterious, paranormal. Love the paranormal. Um, Anything that kind of just doesn't fit. Also, I'm going to be doing my makeup in some of these. I hate to call it a makeup tutorial because it's not necessarily what it is. But if you guys are starting a new business and want to send me some of your new products to try out, and I'll give you a shout out on my channel, I would love that. All into small businesses and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The Christopher case. I was told about this case a little while back, and it always struck me as kind of strange, weird. Not really sure what's going on with it. In April 1991, Christopher Case, after a week of telling his friends that something was after him and he was going to die. He is a radio DJ from Richmond, was a radio DJ from Richmond, Virginia. He was well-rounded, intelligent man. In his early 30s, he moved west to Seattle to start his career as a music exec. He was popular in his new city, but he kept in touch with his friends back home, but was still a bit of a loner. And I get that. I'm a bit of a loner. I kind of like to chill, do my own thing, listen to music, watch movies, or me. He remained single for a while. His idea of a good time was sitting at home by himself or with close friends listening to his faves. I can definitely relate to that. And he found solace in that. And his job required travel, and he liked listening to music of the ancient world. On April 18th, Chris was found dead, sitting in an empty bathtub, fully clothed, in a kneeling position with his head against the wall, which is really strange to me. Number one, in a bathtub, fully clothed, no water. Pretty strange. And it was as if he fell asleep and just passed. Police found lots of crucifixes, salt along the baseboards, and the door to his apartment. They found books on the occult, and there was religious music playing throughout the apartment when they got there. The coroner determined heart failure at 35. So things were odd, to say the least. The case takes a sinister twist in the weeks after friends would call police about a series of phone calls that Chris had made to them, basically foretelling his impending doom. On April 11th, 7 days before his death, he went to San Francisco for his job, and at some point during the visit, he was introduced to a woman who was attractive. She was about 20 years his senior, a little bit older than himself, but they had a lot of things in common. Their interests in the music from the ancient world, particularly that of Egypt, and she made no secret of having a romantic interest in Chris, asking him to take her home on more than one occasion, but him being a man of integrity, he politely declined, and she had a very intense way about her, her personality, and maybe he just didn't think they meshed well, sometimes that just happens. She was 20 years older than him, but that being said, she felt super rejected and told him that he would be sorry and that she was a witch and she was going to curse him and and within a week, he was going to die. Him, as a rationalist, shrugged it off, and wasn't really religious, so he disregarded the threat and traveled back home to Seattle, like I would do. The next day, he told his friends about this, and they kind of disregarded it as well, like, oh wow, crazy lady, right? So, on April 14th, he called a friend, left a message about him being kept awake all night by whispering, which he found no source of. He also saw shadows, and he was there by himself. Like, there's no reason this should be going on. He was the only one there. So, but this was the first of 3 frantic phone calls. And on the 16th, he was said that he was attacked, paralyzed, lifted and thrown across the room and back down on his bed. That was when he noticed tiny cuts on his fingertips and blood on his bed sheets. So what is this? Like, I mean, at this point, I would be thinking, oh my God, this definitely cursed me. And I would be totally scared. Not sure about you guys, but I would definitely be thinking that. On the morning after that, he visited a religious bookstore. He went in, grabbed a bunch of crucifixes. The shopkeep was helpful and gave him info on books the best he could to fend off this evil. That afternoon, he went home, put up the crucifixes, and poured salt around the baseboards. And there were notes around his apartment to combat the evil. And in less than a week, the strange woman turned this man barely recognizable from the vibrant executive that he was to a obsessed, rattled man. And that's pretty heavy. In the last voicemail he had to his friend, he sounded calm, but he said that they almost got him, and he believed that this would be his last night. Despite his best efforts, the 17th was his last night. And they say it was to myocarditis, which is a sudden and unexplainable stopping of the heart. Now, is it that he was just so scared from this that his heart stopped? But I can't imagine that. I totally feel that there's something more to this. And a sufferer of myocarditis displays flu-like symptoms in the weeks beforehand, from what I read up on it. I really don't think that was it. I honestly, I mean, I believe in the paranormal. I think that there's a lot more going on here. He predicted it with alarming accuracy, and Chris had a date, and within that week, he was dead. I think that's crazy. And who is this woman? But nobody knows. Like, the name of the woman Chris took with him to the grave. I just think the story is pretty crazy. If there are any stories that you would like to see me do on here, please put it in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed my first little taste of what I'd like to be doing here. And also, if you have, I, me and my husband, we both are big movie buffs, especially horror. I will do movie reviews with him if he wants to, but I'll definitely do them. But yeah, this was the good, the bad, and the crazy. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Please, please definitely hit the like and subscribe button, and there will be more to come. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.